हन्तारम् नमो सिद्धानं नमो आयर्यानं नमो उवचायानं नमो रोए सव्रसाहूनं ऐसो पंच नमो यारो सर्वपापप्रणाशनं मंगलानं च सर्वेशं परमं हवे मंगलम्.
Thank you so much, Avi, for joining us. Let's go ahead. Let's do a quick revision of what we studied till now. Okay. Who will tell me what we did in the last two classes? Very quick revision. Yes, Ananya.
Yeah, so we were doing the Kal Chakra, and in the last class we focused on Sukham and how people were very tall and their lives were longer.
Okay. Krish.
Yeah, we did. We talked about the Kal Chakra and how we talked about Sukma.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. Other than that, what did we actually learn? Labdhi?
So we talked about Sukam and Sukam Dukam, and how even if they are give a lot of happiness, why is one of them called Sukam Sukam? Why is one called Sukam, and why is one called Sukam Dukam?
And why is that so?
It's because the happiness in the first call is more than in the second call, and the happiness in the second call is a little less, but it's more than the third call.
Very nice. Yes, Om.
Yeah, I learned that the first call has a lot of happiness, and so does the second call. And as the call goes, they have more like better machines and stuff, but their icha is higher.
Very nice. So the happiness and the sadness, that actually depends on your icha, on your wishes, and not on the things that you have. Very nice. Yes, Ananya.
We also learned about Avsarpani and Utsarpani Kal, which so Utsarpani is going from bad to good. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then Avsarpani is going good to bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Very nice. Good. So this is almost whatever we have discussed about. Today we are going to go in depth. What happens in the first kal, what happens in the second, and then what happens till the sixth kal. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so let's talk about Avsarpani Kal first. All right. Just give me a moment. Just making a little changes so that I can see more of you. Okay. So now we're talking about Sukhma or Sukham, which is the first kal. Now, what all happens in the first kal? Okay. So the first kal is the pinnacle of Indriya Sukh. All right. I will just add a word here. It is the pinnacle of Indriya Sukh. That means there is only Sukh in the first kal. Humans and animals do not have to work to live. All right. So if you see right now, animals also have to work to live. Okay. To survive. There are wild animals and then there are domestic animals. If wild animals have to live, they have to go ahead and they have to hunt. Okay, if they don't hunt, if they are injured, then they will automatically die because they will die out of hunger. So even if wild animals want to live, they have to work for it. How about domestic animals? If domestic animals also have to live, they have to either, you know, if they are domestic animals like cow and pigs and hens, okay, so they have to work for humans. They give them milk, eggs, etc. And, you know, they get food in return of that. Or otherwise, if it is like a dog or a street dog or something, then they have to go search for food, look for, like, you know, food in the dustbin or whatever. If someone is feeding them, that's when they can eat. So there is a lot of work right now. But in the first Kal, okay, there is no difference like a domestic animal and a wild animal. Okay, in fact, in the first 3 Kals, there is no difference between domestic animals and wild animals. All the animals are same. Okay, they don't hunt. They just wish for something and they get it. Okay, so if a cow wishes for grass, she will get it. She doesn't have to go to a field to go and have grass. Okay, and if she wishes for a laddu, she will get a laddu. So she does not have to only eat grass, or a cow does not have to only eat grass. All right. In the first, second and the third Kal, I'm talking about all the 3 Kals over here. There is no difference of wild animals and domestic animals. What does that mean? That you don't have to run for your life. Okay. You can just roam about together. A lion and a dog can sit together and have a meal. There is no kind of hinsa there. Okay. So humans and animals do not have to work to live. All right. Then what happens? So as we discussed earlier, the Kalpavraksh, they fulfill their wishes. Okay. Now, can someone tell me what is a Kalpavraksh? Yes, Shreyam.
A Kalpavraksh is a tree that if you think about something, the Kalpavraksh will give it to you and you don't need to work for it.
Okay, and how many Kalpavraksh are available? How many types of Kalpavraksh are there?
10.
10 types of Kalpavraksh. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's discuss about all the, who wants to know about all the 10 types of Kalpavraksh? Okay, let's directly go to that slide and we'll first see what are the 10 Kalpavraksh.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
On the first one I saw on the slide we were just on, I saw like the last point. I didn't exactly understand that one.
Oh, we're going to come back to that. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because we are on the topic of Kalpavraksh, I'll tell you all the 10 types of Kalpavraksh. Okay. So these are the names of the 10 Kalpavraksh. Okay. The first one is Panang, Turyang, Bhushanang, Vastrang, Bhojanang, Alyang, Deepang, Bhajanang, Malyang, and Tejang. Okay. I have provided the meanings for everyone, everything. Panang means provides all kind of delicious juices. Okay. Pan means to drink. Okay. Anything which is liquid, anything which can be drunk is called pan. Okay. So Panang means that whatever kind of juices, mocktails, you know, yogurts, whatever you want. Okay, this tree provides you with all kind of juices. All right. The second tree is called Turyang. Yes, Shreya.
How did they know which tree is which?
I don't know. Probably there might be differences in the leaves or something like that. I don't know. There is no kind of like mention in the books that what is the difference between one tree to the other. Probably like, you know, how do we identify two different trees? one has like different, a mango tree has a different kind of leaf, and a banana tree has a different kind of leaf, right? A coconut tree has a different kind of a shape and size. So probably that might be the same thing there. All right. So the first one is panang, and it gives us different kinds of juices. Second one is turyang. Okay. Turyang gives us all kinds of musical instrument. So if somebody likes rock, okay, then they will provide them with those kinds of musical instruments. A tabla or a harmonium or a guitar or a trumpet or whatever instrument that you want to learn. All right. The third one is a bhushanam. Bhushan means jewelry. Okay. Bhushanam provides you with all kinds of jewelry. Okay. If you want diamonds, pearls, name it, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, gold, silver. Okay. You want a tiara, you want a necklace, a ring, whatever you want, you can just go and ask Bhushanang, and that tree will provide you with all kind of jewelry. Okay, the fourth one is a vastrang. Vastra means clothes. So vastrang provides you with all superior quality of clothes. All right. The fifth one is bhojanang. Okay, bhojan means food, and bhojanang tree provides you with all kinds of delicious food. Okay, food which is edible, okay, which is ahimsak. The fifth one is alyang. Okay, alyang provides you with huge mansions. So if you are getting a house, if you're wishing for a house, and if you go to a tree and the tree is giving you a house, then you would not call for a hut, right? You would say, I want a mansion. Might as well, if I'm getting something for free, then why not get the best? Yes, Krish.
So I have a
Yes.
So does Alia only provide mansions, or can it provide like huts or something?
It can. But nobody asked Alyang tree for a hut. No, my mom, or I don't know, I think Dada, Chote Dada, they tell this interesting story about, some people in a small village. So there was this person, this lady, two ladies, they went to buy a sari. Okay, and they went to a shop. Now it was not a mall, all right, it was a shop, it was a small shop. So the person, he would pick out one sari and he would open it up and show it to the ladies, and then another sari, and then another sari, and then another sari. And these ladies, they didn't like anything, and they kept on picking more saris, and then finally they said, okay, fine, this one is okay. Let's keep it on the side, we might think to buy it. So the person says that, you know what, I'll give you one for free. You buy one, I'll give you one for free. Just you take something, you buy something, because I have worked so hard. My whole shop is out now. You buy one, I'll give you another one for free. They're like, oh, you'll give me one for free. And then they keep on asking for more. They bargain more, till the time they say that if you're giving me one for free, then, why not I take like, sorry, the story got lost. I forgot the story. That's okay. Let's come back to Bhojanang. So Bhojanang provides with all kind of delicious food, and then Alyang provides with a huge mansion. All right. Then the next one is Deepang. So in the first Kal, okay, we cannot see sun and stars and moon. Did you know that? There are no sun, there is no star, there is no moon. Then what happens? These trees, their glow is so, they are so glowing that in that glow, you cannot see the stars and the moon and the sun. Like in the night, because of the, like in the morning, because of the sun, You cannot see the stars because the sun is so bright that the stars cannot be seen. Likewise, these trees are so bright that you cannot see the sun, moon, and the stars. Yes, Akshay.
Just to be clear, we're talking about all this in the first to third aura because I thought that there's no sun in this aura because of what you said.
No, we are talking about only the first, second, and the third kal. Okay, and we are actually discussing in depth about the first kal, but because all of these trees are present in all three kals, then we will cover all three together. All right. So there are different kinds of trees. These trees are known as Deepang, and they are bright, but they are not bright like a sun. They are bright like a moon. And when you go in front of a moon, you feel calm, right? If you are in front of a sun, you feel like its brightness is so much that you would feel hot, or you would feel a little too dizzy because of the sunlight. But these Deepang, they are like moon, and they provide the calmness that a moon provides. All right. Now there is a Bhajanang. Bhajanang, it provides artifacts and furnitures. So you already have a mansion. Okay. You already have a jewelries and clothes to wear. And these Bhajanang, they provide you with beautiful artifacts and furnitures and arts. Yes, Om, you had a question.
So how many types like Panang? Like, are there many Panang or just one?
There are many of one. All right. Then the next is Malang. Malang, it provides you all with all kinds of different garlands. All right. And the last one is Tejang. That Tejang provides you with more light than thousands of sun, moons, and stars. All right. Yes, Krish.
What is a garland?
Mala, a necklace, like a long. You know what a mala is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's called garland in English. Okay. Yes, Shreyam, you had a question.
I was gonna ask that Krish said.
Okay. And Om, you raise your hand.
I was gonna ask the same thing. What was garland?
Oh, okay. So there are malas, different kind of malas. Flowers, made of flowers, like what Mahi is just trying to show you. Okay, it can be made of different beautiful things. It can be made of pearls. It can be made of like all kind of jewels. It can be made of whatever you want. All right. So these are all the kinds of 10 types of trees. I have shared the presentation with you. If you want to write down something, or if you want to copy it in your notes, you can do it from the presentation. Okay, let's go back to our slide. So the Kalpavraksh, they fulfill everyone's wishes. In this kal, the wants and the needs of humans are very limited. Okay, how limited are they? Okay, we are going to talk about that after some of the points. The next point is, everybody is born as a couple in this kal. Okay, so like us, how are we born? I am born individually and my husband is born individually. And then after some years, we meet each other and then we get married and then we have kids, right? But in the first, second, and the third kal, everybody is born as a couple. So there is a boy and a girl who are born together. Okay, and they stay together for their whole life. So they don't have to hunt for a girlfriend or a boyfriend outside their house. There are only two people who stay together, and that is husband and a wife. You cannot say husband and a wife, but they are a couple. Okay, and they are born together and they live their whole life together. Okay, and they die together. So that one does not have to see the death of the other. Right now, if there is a couple, okay, and the other half, you know, the other person dies, then one person has to go through the trouble or go through the sorrow of losing your partner, right? But over here, everybody is born as a couple, they live their life as a couple, and they die as a couple. Okay, and when they die, they give birth. Right before they die, they give birth to another couple and then they die. All right, so everybody is born as a couple in this kal, and this is true with the second kal and the third kal as well. Okay, everyone gives birth to another couple and then they die. Everyone has a very less hunger. They feel hungry in the interval of 3 days. Okay, so today if I ate something, I would not feel hungry for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and after 1 day. In the interval after 3 days, I would feel hungry again. Okay, that means hunger is also a kind of dukh, right? Are you happy when you're hungry or you're sad? I'll come to you, Om. Are you happy when you're hungry or are you sad? Give me an answer. Anybody who's happy when they're hungry?
When you don't have food, it's like you're like, I really want food, and you're like not happy.
Yeah. Yes, Om.
Professor.
Yeah, my question was that what does interval of every 3 days mean?
Yeah, in a gap of every 3 days. So if I'm hungry, so right now what happens is if I had lunch, I have to eat something after like 3 hours, I'm again hungry and I want to eat something. And then after 3 hours, I'm again hungry and I want to eat something. So I have food in the evening, okay, at 6 o'clock. And in the night, I'm again hungry. And then I have to drink milk or take something. And then in the morning, I have to, as soon as I get up, I'm hungry, again hungry. So at an interval of 3 hours, we are again hungry, right? So likewise, these people are with a gap of 3 days. Okay. So today, if they eat something, after 3 days, they are again hungry. So for 3 days, they do not have the sorrow of hunger. Okay. And what do they eat after 3 days? Okay, I have not mentioned here because I don't know where my final presentation is. This was the one that was in process. So,
There must be a connection.
gooseberry.
Shanti, we couldn't hear you for the last 1 minute because your voice was breaking.
Yes, I just got a message that my internet is unstable. Is it okay right now?
Yes.
Okay. So one, they're only hungry after 3 days with a gap of 3 days. All right. And two, in a gap of 3 days, what is the portion of food that they have to eat? It's like the size of a tennis ball. Not even that much. Okay. Give me a minute. Beda and no, even lesser. Have you seen what can I show you? Have you seen a small blueberry or black?
Yeah.
Blackberry, everybody is blackberry?
Yeah.
So if they eat a blackberry food as much as a blackberry, their hunger is fulfilled. That's it. You know what happens in yes.
What if they eat 1 grain of rice or like 1 grain of bread?
Not 1 grain, they will have to eat like 5-6 grains, and then they are or one teaspoon of food and their hunger will be quenched or whatever.
Okay.
Yes, Om.
What's the use of
Om.
Bojang when they like only eat until like 3 days and they don't need much
She's
food? What's the use of Bojang, the Kalpavruksha, if they don't eat
yeah,
that
because
much?
there's so many people, right? And everybody will just take 1 teaspoon of food. So that 1 teaspoon also Bhojanang provides. Okay, they don't have to cook that 1 teaspoon. You know what happens in Swarg? What do they eat in Swarg? Anybody?
They swallow, and then after they swallow, like nectar comes down their throat after they swallow.
Yeah, they don't even keep anything in their tongue. As soon as they think of food, okay, there is nectar in their throat. Okay, and they just have to swallow it, gulp it, and they are done. So this is as good as a swarg, right? They don't even, over there you have nectar in your throat. Here you just have to take 1 teaspoon of food. That's it. Yes, Shreyam.
And they don't feel hungry for like many thousands of years.
Yes. Different levels of they feel hungry like at different interval of time. Yes, Ananya.
Yeah, so when you were talking about like people eating for an interval of 3 days, so do they stop eating for 3 days? Like, are they not hungry for 3 days and then they eat on the 4th day, or do they eat on the 3rd day?
Yeah, they are not hungry for 3 days and then they eat on the 4th day.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Anybody else, any questions? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, now at the beginning of this kal, the age is 3 palya and it becomes 2 palya towards the end. Okay, so the what is a palya? Okay, I haven't prepared for this. I will note it down and I'll tell you what a palya is in the next class. All right, exactly how many years is one palya, but it is very long time. It is a very long time. If anybody else has that, you can share it with me right now.
I have a question.
Okay, yes, I'll come back to you. But a palya is the longest time in a human life. All right, so the first kal, a person in the starting of the first kal, they live for 3 palya and then it becomes 2 palya towards the end. Yes, who had a question?
Me.
Go ahead.
So do they still have water?
I don't know, if they feel thirsty, they would just go to Panang and they would ask for any kind of juice or water. So water and juice is provided by Panang.
Oh.
Yes, Ananya.
So, like, for getting everything, do you have to go to the Kalpavruksha trees, or can you like find it somewhere on your own too?
No, you will have to go to the Kalpavruksha to ask for food.
Okay.
Yes, Labdi.
Why do they give water and juices and drinks separately, and why do they give the food and meals and snacks differently? Like,
Oh,
why do they separate?
trees for it.
What?
These trees are specialized in, like one tree is specialized in food and the other tree is specialized in juices. So like
Okay.
have these special kind of restaurants that only, or places that only serve juices, and you have special kind of places that only serve pastries and desserts, and then you have some kind of places that are very famous for ice creams, right? Why don't everybody one same restaurant serve everything? So they are special.
Because it would be too much.
All right, yes, Om.
What about the Chintamani stone?
What?
Like, are there like 10 types of Chintamani stones too? Or like how many?
No, there are not 10 types of Chintamani stone. There is only one type of Chintamani stone. But yes, it is also there if you find one, if you're lucky enough.
What is a Chintamani stone?
A Chintamani stone is also something that fulfills your wish.
So, like, would you rather have a Kalpavriksha or Chintamani stone?
Kalpavriksha is very easily available everywhere. Why would I go to hunt for a Chintamani stone when I have Kalpavriksha all around me? And Chintamani stone will not give me anything which is more than a Kalpavriksha. Yes, Akshay.
So in the first and third Dara, it's saying in your presentation and the last very last point that men die with the sneeze and women die with the yawn, and their body vanishes like camphor. And so, can you please explain that, because I'm kind of
Yeah, I am
confused on
still
that.
on the fifth last point. I'm going to come there. I'm going to this presentation made by me. I'm not going to leave out any point here. Yes, Ananya.
Like, you know how you said that, like, you can get, like, Kalpavriksha can get you anything that you desire? Yeah, so for that, is there any type of Kalpavriksha trees that kind of, like, provide you with, like, knowledge or, like, skills or something?
Skills.
Yeah, like talents or something.
No. Knowledge and skills is not provided by. So, see, knowledge and skill is something that you acquire with experience. All right. It's not something that someone can give it to you. Okay. So even if, say, I am trying to teach you guitar, okay, but if you do not have the knack of it, if you don't like it, or if I'm trying to teach you painting, okay, but everybody, if there's a teacher in the class and the teacher is trying to teach painting, I cannot make a rose, I cannot make a sunflower till date. I'm really bad at it. All right. And I had really good teachers around me. So this is something that you actually have, you should have it in you. All right. And if you want to acquire skills and knowledge, then there will be people who would be ready to help each other. That will not be provided by a tree. All right. So the tree can provide you with, like, you know, you have a tree which provides you with all kind of art, musical instruments, right? But learning how to play those musical instruments will be a thing that one person will help another.
So, like, the Kalpavriksha trees only provide you with worldly things.
Yes, it only provides you with worldly things. It cannot provide you with knowledge. A second thing is that knowledge is something which is done by your own gyan gun, right? Knowledge is something that you have in you. How can someone else provide you with that? But clothes and jewelry and house and mansion and food is all non-living things, or it's all pudgal. Pudgal can be provided by someone else. But gyan is not pudgal. That is something which is a lakshan of a jeev. How can a tree, which is itself pudgal, provide you with something which is jeev?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Now, let's talk about age. So, age is very high. It is 3 palya in the beginning of the kal and 2 palya towards the end of the kal. Okay. At the height of the people in this kal is 6,000 dhanush. And at the end of this kal, the height of the people, it comes down to 4,000 dhanush. Yes, Om?
Can any Kalpavriksha provide you like with Jinvarni and Shastra?
No. There is no dharma at this time. Yes, Sahaj?
It's Swayam.
Swayam, sorry. I couldn't see you.
So When you said there are many types of Kalpavruks, how do you know which Kalpavruks is which?
Or you might know with their texture and their color, and there might be different kinds of leaves. Like, you know, you can say which one is a palm tree and which one is a mango tree, right? The height would be different. The kind of, you know, leaves would be different. Colors would be different. So you can very easily say which one is a maple tree. Yes, Mahi.
Is the Kalpvraksh Jeev or Pudgal? Because if it's a tree,
It is actually Jeev, okay? But other Jeev, they are all Vanaspati Kai Jeev, right? All the other trees that we see today, they are Vanaspati Kai. Vanaspati means, you know, we have Prithvi, Jal, Vayu, Agni and Vanaspati, right? Prithvi means land, Jal means water, Vayu means air, um, then which was the fifth one, fourth one? Vayu, Agni means fire, and fifth is Vanaspati. Vanaspati means trees. All right. But these Kalpavraksh, they are Prithvi Kayak Jeev. All right. But they are Jeev. But like, you know, if you see these Jeev, they provide you with like if you take a tree, okay, and if you cut the branch, okay, and then you make a table out of the log or a wood, then what is that? Is that still Jeev or is it Pudgal?
Pudgal.
It's Pudgal. What is it made of?
The wood, the tree.
Excuse me?
The wood, the branch, the tree.
Yeah, the wood, the branch. So what is a branch?
The body of the tree.
The body of the tree. And the body of a tree is Jeev or Pudgal?
Pudgal.
Right? Like our body is Pudgal, it is not Jeev. Likewise, the tree's body is also Pudgal, it is not Jeev. Okay? So if a tree is providing Pudgal, that is okay. All right, everybody? Can we go ahead? So the height, yes, Om.
Does the tree feel any dukh or sukh?
No, the tree itself would feel dukh or sukh because it is Jeev. Okay, but if it is providing something to you, that will not hurt or give it sukh. That's automatic. All right. Okay. Yes, Krish.
When a Kalpavraksh is like providing something, does it just like pop in front of you, or does it like
Probably.
how does it work?
I don't know. I don't remember when I was in first Kal what happened. So it's all up to our imagination right now to understand what would have happened. You know, we can make really nice movies out of these facts that we hear in Jinwani, pata hai?
I guess we could.
Yes, Shrey Mehta.
So can you like break one of the branches off of the tree, or is it like so magical that it just sticks on?
I would not have an answer to this because I really don't know. The people over there, they would not think of breaking a branch. They are not as naughty as we are. They are very sukhi at that time, so they would not have these weird wishes of going ahead and breaking leaves or trees or breaking something over there. They are just very happy in, you know, doing whatever they are doing and in being with their family and friends. Yes, Ananya.
So when it says at the beginning of this call height is 6,000 Dhanush and it becomes 4,000 Dhanush towards the end, do you mean like the height of people or like just the height of like all living beings like branches or like leaves?
This is
trees?
with respect to how height of people.
Okay.
Yes, Akshay. But if the people are tall, then the animals will also be the same and the trees would be taller. All right? Yes, Akshay.
So does the trees live the whole period of time the Kal, like since for it?
That's my understanding.
Okay.
Anybody else? I really need to finish this one slide, guys. I can't even move to the second one. There are so many questions that you guys are putting. Anybody else with any question? All right, let's go ahead. Okay. So at the beginning of this Kal, the height is 6,000 Dhanush and towards the end it becomes 4,000 Dhanush. The color of the body is golden. Okay, right now someone is white, someone is black, someone is brown. Okay, at that time everybody, the color of the body is golden. Okay, the total time of this Kal, yes, Om.
My screen's frozen.
Yes, and you guys are frozen for me too. Om again, please come again. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Om, another question.
Yeah, do they ever need to go bathroom? Who
Go
needs
ahead,
to
go ahead and come back.
What?
Oh, does anybody need to go to the bathroom? No. I have mentioned here, there is no excretion of waste. That means that they do not need to go to the bathroom. Okay, I don't know how we missed that point. All right. When they're not eating anything, they are absolutely drinking nothing. Okay, like after 3 days, they eat like 1 teaspoon. It just goes out of their body through probably air or through breathing. You know, they don't even need to go to the bathroom. Okay, the total time of this Kal is 4 Koda Kodi Sagar. Okay, this is important. Right now, let's just understand this, and then at the end, we will take all the 6 Kals together and understand the timing and everything again. All right, comparing one Kal to the other. Okay, so the time of this Kal, the total time of this Kal is 4 Koda Kodi Sagar. Out of 4 Koda Kodi Sagar, one person's age is approximately 3 palya to 2 palya. Okay, so someone will live for 3 palya, someone will live for 2.9, someone will live for 2.8, something like that. All right, like our ages differ from one to the other. Okay, now everybody had a question on the last point, so let me come to the last point. The last point is that when, as I told you, that they die as a couple. Okay, now when everyone will die as a couple, how do they die? What is the cause of their death? Okay, so the men, they just sneeze. Okay, achhi, and they are dead. And they evaporate, so nobody has to go and, you know, burn them or bury, what do you call that?
Bury them.
Bury them. You just sneeze and then like camphor, You know what a camphor is like, right? Okay, so when you burn camphor, okay, it just evaporates in the air. Nothing of it is left. Likewise, the body, it just evaporates in the air. Okay, and women, they just yawn. Okay, and with a yawn, they die. I'm going to come to you, Ananya, in a minute. Okay, let me finish this point. So their whole life, they never get sick. They never get a yawn. They never get a single sneeze. Okay, they don't get a cough or a cold or a fever. Okay, in their life, in their whole life, men will get a sneeze and a women will get a yawn, and they will have this together and they will both die and they will just evaporate. Okay, so there is no need of a last ceremony. Interesting, right? Okay, everybody's frozen for me again. Okay, Ananya, you had a question.
Yeah, so like when they die, so you know how you said that they give birth before dying? So like if they give birth, so do they like get to like see their children before they die or something?
No,
like
they don't get to see their children. They get to see the children. Obviously, they just give birth and they are dead. So they don't get to stay with the children. So they don't
okay.
change their diapers and feed them and listen the kids cry or make them play with. There is no kind of trouble. These people are dead. There is another couple which is there, and this another couple which is they grow up really fast. I think the interval, they grow in an interval of like 30-40 days, and they are grown-ups, like full-fledged grown-ups. Okay, so they don't have all these kids and then toddler and what is that, infants and everything. All of that is over in like 30-40 days, and you are just a grown-up. Yes, Om?
Do they ever argue?
No. What would they argue over? They don't have kids.
Do they have like itches? Do they have to like itch or something?
No. Yes, Ananya.
Do they have any feelings at all?
Any feelings?
Yeah. Like sadness, happiness.
Yeah, they have everything. They have anger, they have krodh, man, maya, lobh. Okay, they have love, they have rag, they have dvesh, they have all of this. Okay, but all of this comes from within them. They do not have any external reasons to make them unhappy.
Okay.
The weather is very nice. There are no storms. There is no tsunami. There is no earthquake. All right. No natural calamities. Nothing of this sort. But still, if you want to be unhappy, you can be unhappy even after you have everything in the world, right? These super duper rich kids, they don't have to do anything. Their parents have really good money and everything, but still they are sad. Still they are angry all the time. Right? Anger, sadness, grief, that comes from within. That's not something that comes from outside. Yes, Mahi.
If they don't have to work for anything, what do they do all day?
Mahi, during the lockdown, you didn't have to go to school like for a couple of months. You did not have anything else to do. A little bit of, chores and something like that. But what did you do? Didn't you enjoy yourself with nothing to do? Who did not enjoy themselves with nothing to do?
I played outside. That's basically all I did.
Yeah, they play, they do arts, they do culture, they play musical instruments, they go out, they party. What else? They don't get tired, so they can dance for hours. Yes, Krish, what else?
How big are the buildings? Like they have to be humongous to fit like those humongous people.
Yeah, it would be. Like one floor would be, they are, what was the height of Adinath Bhagwan?
We're breaking up.
Can someone tell me the height of Adinath Bhagwan?
500 Dhanush.
500 Dhanush, very nice. And what is the height of the people in the first Kal?
6,000.
6,000
Dhanush. 6,000 Dhanush is like, so one floor will be like 6,000, but their hands would be that big. The bricks would be that big. The stones would be that big, right? Everything would be bigger if the height is big, right? So for them, it would be like, so see, let's compare the house of a ant. Okay, so imagine that we are ants. Okay, and these ants, they come to our house. Okay, so for those ants, this house is so big because for them, such a small ant hill is also good enough to stay. And when they come to our house, okay, and for them, this is like a huge mansion. If they see us, we would be like 500 Dhanush or 6,000 Dhanush big for the ants, right? And so let's come back to our point. What else can they do to enjoy themselves if they don't have to work?
They can have parties.
They can play games with their friends.
They can play games with their friends. Good. Yes,
They
Ananya.
can have parties.
They can have parties and then they don't have to cook. So they can host as many parties as they want because the host doesn't have to do anything.
They can go ask Kalpavraksh trees for stuff.
They can go ask Kalpavraksh tree for stuff and then keep on exchanging it within themselves because everything is free.
They can hunt for
Ananya, why don't you give it to me and I'm going to return it to you like in the next party or something like that. Yes, Shreyam. Yes, Shrey.
I actually have 3 questions. So first of all, were there any pets at that time?
No.
Second, is there like could the Kalpavraksh trees trade?
Trade means?
Like I'll give you this and you can give me this.
They cannot speak like us, right? They are just secondary,
Okay.
like, an apple tree for us. So the apple tree can't bargain with us that you give me water and I'll give you apple.
Yeah. Yes. And third, do animals like live inside the trees? Like right now, they're suppose like monkeys. They live in rainforests. They live in trees. So can
maybe
animals at that time live in the trees?
For that. Maybe. But everybody, humans and animals, there was no jungle for animals different from where humans used to live because there was no wild and domestic animals. Everyone would live together. The animals wouldn't hurt humans and the humans wouldn't hurt animals. The animals wouldn't eat humans and the humans wouldn't, trap animals and then keep them as pet or something like that. So it was very friendly all around. Okay. Yes, Yasha.
Did they ever sleep?
I think so, yes. But it is not mentioned. I haven't read anything about sleep.
Oh.
Yes, Mahi.
If they sleep, how do they sleep? Because it's always bright over there. How would they sleep?
Yeah, it's always bright over there. So it can be that they never slept. It can be. I am not sure about that.
Also, do all the jeeves in that area get the suk, or just the manushya and the
No,
animal?
all the jeev, all the jeev.
So even if there's like, so even the kalpraksh, their jeev will feel the suk,
Yes, yes.
and the Nigodia jeev.
It will be, so every jeev, see right now also Nigodia jeev will have some kind of sukh, right? It will not always have dukh. Except for Narak. Narak will always have dukh except for the time when a Tirthankar is born. So they have sukh only at that moment when the Tirthankar is born. But they will have sukh, these jeev will have sukh, which will be more than the sukh that we get in the fifth, sixth, and the fourth, fifth, and the sixth kal. But it would not be as good as a you know, humans might have more, and Dev might have more, right? So it is always comparison, right? But yes, everyone in the first Bhog Bhumi would have, I would say that they would have, see again Mahi, I'm going to come to you guys, don't keep your hands raised, I'm going to answer everyone's question. Mahi, see, Sukh is something that comes from within. Okay, so what will happen in the first, second, and third kal is there would not be any calamities. There would not be any external reason for you to get dukhi. Right? But internally, even after that, you are dukhi and nobody can help you. So the Nigodia jeev, they would still be dying 18 times in a shwas. So they would still have the dukh of janam and maran. Right? Of birth and death. That is the biggest dukh that the Nigodia jeev have. Now, whether they are in moksha, whether they are in bhog bhumi, whether they are in karma bhumi, or whether they are in swarg or they are in narak, they would have 18, they will have to live and die 18 times in a shwas, in a like shwas, right? So have that dukh. I don't know why my battery is gone. I can just continue for 2 more minutes. So whoever has a question, please go ahead fast. Yes, Om.
Is everybody there vegetarian?
Yes, everyone's vegetarian. Yes, Soumya.
Are there temples in Bhog like mandir?
I don't think so. There is dharam in Bhog Bhumi. So there might not be temples. Yes, Ananya.
So I have two questions. So first, are there any other trees than Kalpavraksh trees?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and also like for Kalpavraksh trees, do like, so say we were talking about the banan tree or something. So for that, does like glasses of like juice and water like hang from the tree branches, or does it like?
I don't think so. These things would be hanging from it and you can pluck it. Probably you just wish for it and you go in front of the tree and you wish for it and you just get it. It's something like that. Because I would wish for a earring and you would also wish for a earring. But the design that I want for a earring would be like a big jhumka and you would just think of a stud. So, you know, everyone wants different things. And if you get a jhumka and I get a stud, both of us will be unhappy. So it's something that you go in front of the tree and you wish for and you get what you wish for. Next question fast. If this
Okay, thank you.
meeting will automatically shut, okay, if my computer battery is gone. Yes, Soumya.
Is everyone Jain in Bhog Bhumi?
Excuse me?
Is everyone Jain in Bhog Bhumi?
As I said, I don't think so there is any kind of religion there. So there is no question of Jain or non-Jain. Like there is no religion. Is there any religion in Swarg? Right?
Yeah.
Yes, Nitya. Soumya, Nitya.
We would like to wish Ananya a happy birthday.
Your voice is very low and it's breaking.
We would like to wish Ananya a happy birthday.
Wish who?
Ananya,
And
birthday today.
oh, just give me one moment. I'm going to quickly charge my phone and we are going to celebrate her birthday. Just give me a moment.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Ananya.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, you should have told me this earlier. Okay. Before we wish her happy birthday, I would like to end this session. So Ananya, why don't you go ahead, do the Jinwani Stuti, and then we are going to stop the recording and wish happy birthday to you. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? Hello.
It just says
Why can't I see anyone? Right. All right. Ananya, why don't
Okay, so Ananya, why don't you do the Jinwani Stuti? Now Ananya has done her bit and we will also take happy birthday for Ananya.